lunatic Ivanka Trump and Don Jr. are locked in some sort of Cold War to get their dad's approval. And they're even planning stories trashing each other in the media. My goodness. What do they hope to get out of all of this? And who's your money on?
Well, there's stories about them being a dynasty, that after Trump is gone, then the next idiot, and then the next idiot, and then the next idiot. And it's like, you know, this family is filled with mediocrities. Trump, to his credit, is a hideous, charismatic con man. That has a little potential for something. These other ones have nothing. So there's no dynasty there. I'm not worried about it.
You were saying something different this morning.
Well, okay, so when this piece came out yesterday, McKay Coppins, who wrote it, by the way, is a fantastic journalist, and I trust his reporting, and he just always hits it out of the ballpark. I was fascinated. I couldn't stop reading it. Donald Trump Jr. has a 75% approval rating in Montana, or viewing him favorably.
How many people are in Montana?
A lot.
I don't know, but
all three of them love him.
But it was fascinating that he, on the campaign trail, is one of the biggest fundraisers for the RNC, that apparently in Red America, he's like a folk hero, and that he actually has turned into the person that's been basically the most beneficial for the administration, when Ivanka, who I still don't know what she does all day, hasn't been necessarily led up to or lived up to the hype. And I certainly feel that way even before reading this. Like, I know she does women's initiatives, but that's all very nebulous.
Well, Junior had a rally in Kentucky to support Governor Matt Bevin, and this is who showed up. Got a picture? There it is. 200 people. More people have resigned from the Republican Party than were at that rally. That's who showed up. 200 people. He's not popular. Maybe the three in Montana.
Well, I mean, the quotes in the article support what I just said, and like I said, I trust McKay's. It's just interesting that there's so much drama behind the palace walls.
It was a great read, and if you had, it's a long one. It's a good one though, but it takes you back to the early years of the Trump life, and I got to say, for me, it was an emotional roller coaster. And I know this is not popular to say out here, but I found myself feeling sorry for
which one?
For the kids. Well, at different moments, but.
Like, I mean, no offense, they crashed my dad's funeral. They get nothing from me. I mean, like, really, they're not good people.
It felt like they were raised in a reality show. Like, he was the leader of this reality show, and he was putting them against each other. When I sat down with Ivanka,
well, Abby is more compassionate in general than I am.
I was just trying to understand, because unless you're sitting in someone's shoes, you don't know exactly what they're dealing with. But when I
you're sitting in one of Ivanka's shoes, well,
I
just don't understand the whole thing. I mean, I'm an only child, right? So I don't understand this whole thing. Yes, as is Joy.
Yeah, I am.
I don't understand this whole political dynasty thing. I mean,
it's very dated.
It's very dated. I think this whole nepotism thing, I mean, it's like, why is Ivanka even in the White House? Why is Donald Trump Jr. thinking that he can run for office? Just because their father is the president doesn't make them heir apparent to anything. They need to work for everything that they have. And I just don't, it's just so far outside of my world.
Kennedy's running for office right now, and you've got one Kennedy in particular that's trying to run for Senate right now, and the Kennedys are going to be in office until I'm very old and beyond. I don't like it. I agree with you. I don't think necessarily because your parents are good at something that you inherit their talent, because great politicians, the reason why they're great is because it's lightning in a bottle. They're unique. But I will say they're being very, Donald Trump Jr., I give him more credit for the way he's been campaigning than I found the piece illuminating.
But when I interviewed Ivanka, I could see it in her face, because I spent a good amount of time with her, the whole day with her, that she wanted to tell me something that she couldn't.
Like what?
Like
she blinking her eyes really quickly?
I'm being serious, because
Morse code?
Well, it's easy to laugh at, but I think what I took from it is she disagrees with him on almost everything. And she has to make the decision of, do I have a relationship with my dad and work in the White House?
Or do I save the United States?
And that's why she shouldn't be there.
But wait, to Abby's point, though, in the article it was saying that they really want to be accepted back into New York liberal society.
No way.
Don't come to me. I have another question about Billy Bush.
Oh, yeah.
Oh. Because Billy Bush is now back on TV. I know there's 45 seconds, I'm going to use them. So he's back on TV. He had a conversation with Gayle King about co-starring in the 2005 Access Hollywood tape. And he really feels that he has been given a bad rap. He feels that folks came after him. Take a look.
And you knew there was a tape. Everybody did.
I didn't.
Oh, well, everybody at the network.
Yeah, okay. But
Sure.
the public didn't know. Everybody knew about the tape, you're saying.
And I was comfortable that that it wasn't going to be weaponized.
Is that how you feel it was, weaponized?
Oh, sure. Yeah. I got taken out, but I wasn't the target.
Why didn't you feel you could challenge him and say, that's not cool? Why didn't you feel that
Well,
at that
Trump's
time?
the kind of guy who would say, forget Billy Bush. And then I might have gotten, hey, why did you lose Trump? He's the biggest guest we have. I mean, there was always a little bit of, you're a little anxious around him because you just wanted to end well and get out.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do. Listen, maybe you should just know that part of why people came for you is because once you went outside, you sort of engaged someone else, a woman, to be part of that. That's why people went for you, Billy. And had you just been standing there, you probably would not have gotten taken out as quickly. But, you kind of helped that go further than you needed to. And that's why I think people are pissed at you. Or they were. Now you got a new gig, you got a thing. Don't talk about it anymore.
He's not going to.
Okay? He says he's not going to talk about it, but just, find a better answer than, this was done to me. You helped do this to yourself. And you got to cop to it.
All these people, we're going to go back and talk about it? All right.
Yeah, we're going to go back in time when we come back.
Okay.